speaking of 2016 or years not current, let's talk about Panic at the Disco. And do you want to read this headline, Mary?
Sure, because I wrote it.
Because you wrote it.
Twitter stands mass block Brendon Urie due to resurfaced clips of problematic comments. The Panic at the Disco artist got branded as the Chris Pratt of the music industry. I very deliberately picked this image of him.
I love it.
It's like he's looking at the Twitter trending page and he's like, oof.
He looks like
Chris Pratt, do you say?
He looks weirdly like Andrew Garfield right there.
Yeah, kind of. So let me break down what people are mad about. I saw his name trending with,
by the way, if people are sick of like the intellectual discussion of movies, we're about
drama.
to get drama. Mary
I love
loves
drama. I can't get enough of
Whenever
it.
I'm like, oh yeah, I'm on the show. They're like, yeah, when you're on the show, it's like more analytical. And I'm like, are you trying to tell me you have less fun when I'm on?
Let's get stupid on Pop Culture Crisis. I love drama.
Let's do it.
So, I saw just hundreds of tweets where people came up with innocuous reasons that they blocked Brendon Urie on Twitter.
From Panic at the Disco.
Yes,
okay.
From Panic at the Disco. If you weren't aware, I know a lot of people in the audience maybe weren't, emo.
Wait, emo?
But they had some really big hits.
My
they
show.
They did, yeah.
I was gonna say, even the not emo kids.
But maybe a lot of people don't know that Brendon Urie is behind the
I respect
the act name. So they were saying like gas prices are high, so I'm blocking Brendon Urie on Twitter, or like I'm struggling with my mental health, so I'm blocking Brendon Urie on Twitter, or like just
sense.
Random things that they were upset about, like
the grocery store sold out of my favorite ice cream.
Pasta. I'm blocking Brendon Urie on Twitter. He's somehow responsible for this. So I digged into the real reasons that people were mad at Brendon Urie, and it turns out, first of all, they're rehashing the beef he had with a former member of Panic at the Disco. It used to be a 4-person act. Mm-hmm.
Ryan Ross is generally credited with the songwriting genius that gave them the huge success they had in the 2000s. Thank you. And people have always kind of resented the fact that Brendon Urie kept the name of Panic at the Disco as a solo artist rather than going on his own to, make a name for himself in his own work. So they think that he really didn't have anything to do with the artistic merits of like A Fever You Can't Sweat Out, which is their first, their early work that they credit Ryan Ross for. So that was the first thing that they were rehashing, which I think is actually valid.
Okay.
Because
I do too. He should have just gone under his own name or picked something else.
Right. They're saying, I found this tweet that they said, I've genuinely sleeved over him getting credit for Panic's entire discography by piggybacking on the band's name because I know he wouldn't be nearly as successful if he went by his own name.
I love Noel Gallagher from Oasis outside of Oasis. Just as an aside.
Well, I also think being like, this is a Panic at the Disco album, but actually it's just me, Brendon Urie. Like, kind of, it's like false advertising.
Yeah, and a lot of the time, people unfairly credit frontmen with
everything.
Yeah, all of the success when it seems like he kind of built his career on the foundation of someone else's work. Mm-hmm. Now, it's not to say he's like not a good singer or songwriter. I think that since he's been a solo act, there have been some good songs, and he's actually had like more commercial success making just straight up pop songs. I don't like them, but like some people do. I thought that criticism, though, was fair. But then the other stuff that they were rehashing is basically every problematic, quote-unquote, statement that Brendon Urie has ever made in his entire public career.
Yeah.
And I looked at a thread that listed all of them, and I looked at the video evidence of every single thing that he said.
She has done her research, ladies and gentlemen.
Let me just list. The accusations against him include, but are not limited to, fetishizing bisexual women by calling them bar-sexual, implying that they are only gay when drinking. Telling the crowd at one of his second crisis party, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Today is such a good day for super chats. Thank you so much,
guys. I'm telling you, you fixed the vibes. This is
Thank you guys so much. You have no idea how much it means.
telling the crowd at one of his concerts that he wishes he had been born black, joking on stage about
that cup.
SAing concert goers after a show, using a slur for transgender people. I'm sorry, like the tone shift. Using a slur for transgender people during an interview, and saying a racial slur while lip syncing to rap songs, which you can guess which slur that was.
That will get you every time.
They
get you every time.
And he did it, I think, like a few different times, but it was like on live stream because he was like a live streamer for a while on Twitch.
Yes.
Never
Yuri is like, I am staying relevant.
Yeah.
You cannot stop me, Mary.
So like, I don't know if we can actually, I hyperlinked all of the videos if we wanted to like look at one of them, but they probably are not YouTube friendly. Mm-hmm. But I'll just say, like, my impression is all of this is kind of overblown.
Just a little bit.
I don't really care about, like, what groups he was offending with his like, relatively innocuous comments, especially, like, the barsexual thing.
See,
like, that's so stupid.
But do you think Chris Pratt is like, they're calling him the what? Excuse me?
Yeah.
Chris Pratt's like, why are you bringing me into this? I thought you were going to tell me that Brendan Urie is like actually secretly a Christian and owned a farm. Like,
no, nothing like that. Because he's not even as cool as Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt is like, I disavow this criticism.
Yeah, like Brendan Urie, from what I've seen at least, has kind of courted an audience that celebrates woke stuff for a long time. So it only makes sense that he would get, cornered.
Do you think he identifies as a male feminist?
Probably. Oh, yeah, most definitely.
That will get you every single time.
Yeah.
Immediate red flag.
So I found a tweet that said he was the Chris Pratt of the music industry, and I just had to lead with that. But it's not because of what it sounds like.
Did the tweet explain like why they had specifically targeted
the internet hates him and the internet hates Chris Pratt?
Yeah, exactly. I said, not only because he lost balance on the tightrope of political correctness, which is so easy to do, but also the instantaneity of his fall from favor.
Mary was also very happy about the word instantaneity.
I love it.
It's a good word.
And a reply to that tweet said, everyone loved him until one day they didn't. Would you guys say that's true of Chris Pratt?
No, people still like him. Hollywood is like, do you remember that time? And everyone's like, yeah, but he's so nice. And he's got the cute kids. And he's in that one movie I like. They're like, no, but we hate him. And they're like, no, I don't think so.
Yeah, it's mostly Hollywood that dislikes Chris Pratt.
No, it's Twitter that hates Chris Pratt, not Hollywood.
But Twitter isn't real.
But I'm saying that's where it is.
I guess, like,
real.
If
Twitter
you were talking
weirdos,
about Brendan Urie too, only Twitter
weirdos are who hate these people, and they're not real people.
Yeah.
The dead internet.
I feel like this is a weird... I mean, I do feel like Chris Pratt must be like, what's happening?
Why am I always getting blamed
like being
for
like,
everything?
He's like the Chris Pratt of the music industry who's like the Donald Trump of Hollywood. Like, what are you talking about? I don't understand any of this.
Yeah.
You're just saying divisive names plus some sort of... Yeah.
At that point. But, And because Twitter is not real, I, of course, like, address the speculation that bot accounts run Twitter trending anyways. So who knows if anyone actually has a problem with Brendan Urie.
Has Brendan Urie responded?
No, not as of yet.
I hope he is not stupid enough to be like, I'm going to make a public comment on this.
I think he does know better, because although he has apologized for some of these things in the past,
he said apology like 90 times.
Like I
did
found
an apology where he literally says the word apologize like 57 times.
But does he say I'm sorry? Or just
no,
say,
it's I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's like literally him. It's like if there was a video of an actual knee breaking from bending so much. It's this video. It's really
which
bad.
is why I don't like sympathize exactly. Yeah. I just felt like pointing out the absurdity of it.
I think this moment he engages with this at all, he makes it legitimate, and he's gonna like never ever be able to get over this for the next at least 3 years.
That is the problem.
Yeah, I mean, the clip that he was apologizing about was the saying the slur for transgender people. All the other stuff I never saw him apologize for. Okay. So I think he
stands by wanting to be born black.
Yeah, I mean, that clip, if anything, was him just, like, being cringy and, like, beating himself up for being white. on stage. Like he was like, please don't make fun of me because I'm a lame white guy who's like wearing this outfit that like, why am I even wearing this? Like I'm so white.
Rihanna hasn't. Oh, sorry, Rihanna. It's Rihanna. It's not Rihanna. Rihanna has. It's always been Rihanna. Hasn't released an album in 6 years, so I blocked Brendan Urie. That's my favorite.
Yeah, that stuff.
That's
like,
my favorite.
Just come up with your personal reason today to block Brendan Urie on Twitter.
Our second segment went 40 minutes, so I'm blocking Brendan Urie.
Oh no!
That's what I'm saying.
Look, when you guys show out in the super chats,
it's the best part.
Yeah.
Screw Brendan.
I'd honestly rather have fewer segments and have more interaction with everybody.
Exactly, dude.
Yeah, thank you.
Like, a lot of times I'm worried that we're not going to, like, have enough to talk about in a lot of this stuff, but then people always make it more fun when they interact. And, like, like, a lot of those opinions, like, they share things that I never would have thought about or brought up. I love it. It's my favorite part.
Let me read some super chats.
Yep.
Speaking of which, Dragon's Talon sent us a gif of a pair lifting weights saying, keep it up. Well, thank you. That's very cute.
That's great.
Jonathan Harris said, another point, I didn't see 6 Jurassic Parks for the plot. I saw the first one because it was interesting and the other 5 because dinosaurs. If another company made a dinosaur movie, I'd watch that too.
Amen.
I mean, yeah, I understand, you know, there's a place for superficiality and dinosaurs and action scenes.
But wouldn't it be cool if another studio made a dinosaur movie instead of having the same thing keep happening?
Unfortunately, the creators of Jurassic World Dominion did try to put forth a message in that movie. Not
convoluted and bad, but they tried.
Was like, I hated it. I hated the message, but they were.
I don't even care much about. I just thought it was convoluted and poorly delivered.
I disliked the philosophy of science the point they were trying to make. Goofer Trooper said, drama, very pog, much groove. I love pogging at drama. Dragon's Talon said, Brett doing quote unquote looks like an angry T-Rex that can't scratch their itch. LOL. I love that.
Boom, roasted.
It's literally just how anyone does quote unquote though. Like it's anyone doing scare quotes.
There's something about Brett doing stuff that just makes it so much better.
If it's Brett, they're gonna bully him. It's so unfair.
You have like sort of mean fans, I guess, or mean listeners.
Yeah, Mary said that earlier. She's like, yeah, it's like, yeah.
Bad App said, Mary, write an article about Tillian from Dance Gavin Dance getting canceled. Money shot. Read the second Crisis Party donation as well. That would be awesome. Thank you. I didn't know that Tillian got canceled.
We should go for a third Crisis Party.
But that's like really interesting because, like as a replacement for Johnny Craig, like how can you go wrong? Yep.
She's saying so many words that I don't understand.
So I know, like, Carter way too much lore. Like, me and Carter both know.
Oh, I bet.
Like, lore of, like, all the Warped Tour bands. Yep. Like, obsessively.
I used to go to Warped Tour. I was obsessed with it, but, like,
that, I guess I literally just, can't
literally
picture that.
Before my time.
I'm going to actually.
Stopped having it recently.
I'm going to call that fake news. I don't think that's real. I don't think you that's not a real thing.
No, I was like, look, the thing is, I wasn't allowed to wear makeup, and I, like, didn't look the part. But in my soul, I was like, Warped Tour is the coolest thing ever.
Wow.
And it was cool.
I'll see
if I can find you.
What years did you go to?
I went...
I love this.
She does wear Vans, so...
I think I went the summer of 2009, the summer of 2008, summer of 2007. And maybe one more, but I can't remember.
Wow.
And I had a childhood friend who would come with me. My stepmom would drop us off, and then we'd go. Like, one year, my brother and his girlfriend took us. And cause we were still pretty young. And
I just wanted to say, like, I was, like, 3 years out of high school in 2000. I feel so
I
old.
wasn't in high school at that point, but I remember when Warped Tour announced that they were doing their last tour ever. It was, like, a couple of years ago, and I don't remember who, but we haven't, we drifted apart, these things happen, but no ill feelings. And one of us messaged the other one, was like, can you believe Warped Tour is coming to an end? Because we were like so into it. Anyways,
thanks for watching this clip, guys. If you want to see full episodes or follow us on social media, links are in the description below. Bye.